Hey guys, so DAIMA LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku's banner is now live, and I wanted to do a video. This is definitely what I would consider to be a bigger release, so I wanted to do a, should you summon or what I recommend that you summon on this banner style of video. So when I typically do these, I like to look at the lineups of the characters, and I actually usually typically do these for Ultra banners. And my conclusion for Ultra banners is almost always the same, and it's the banner is bad, right? I mean, Ultra banners are almost always bad because the lineups are usually bad. But the main allure of the banner is the new character. But when you're considering of whether or not you want to be summoning on a banner, you can't just consider the main character because there's a lot of other characters in the banner, and you have to go into these banners under the assumption that you are not going to pull the main character. And so if you're not going to pull the main character, what else are you going to get? Well, you're going to get the other characters that are on the banner that are featured. So let's just quickly go through what's on this Goku's banner. So besides Goku himself, by the way, I've only used Goku in the initial showcase as of me recording this. I am going to be very eagerly looking forward to people saying this guy is bad. I am just going to tell you right now, he is insane, okay? He is crazy good. He's very, very good, but that doesn't mean I recommend summoning on this. So let's take a look at the rest of the characters on here. We also have Purple Ultimate Gohan. I would say this character is definitely, again, he's not bad, but he's old at this point. He's almost a full year old. He was a second part 2 6th anniversary release. He was crazy good when he dropped, but we've gotten quite a lot of stuff that's released since he's dropped. Like, he can still perform okay, but I wouldn't really classify him as a character where you need to be looking to get more copies of him. Fusing Super Vegito, I feel, is actually pretty solid. Honestly, I would say that they're probably not that far from each other in terms of how good they are. The Purple Ultimate Gohan and Fusing Super Vegito. I think in this particular meta, Fusing Super Vegito is pretty good. To be fair, I haven't tested them since Goku dropped. I was using them right after the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta came out. And they felt pretty good to use. So, I mean, they're fine. I wouldn't really call them like a must summon or, oh my god, you need more copies of them, but they're decent. The Tag 4s are a character that is currently waiting for a Zenkai or unique equipment, which could happen at some point soon. They are pretty old now. They are Legends Fest 2022 characters, so they are approaching 3 years old. This Goku is just benched strictly. This Goku is benched strictly. This Gohan just got a unique equipment, and he's actually okay. I wouldn't really call him anything better than that. But he's at least a usable character. But when you compare him to other really old LF units, the big difference between this character and for example this Namek Goku is going to be a much better bench character than this Gohan. The reason why is Gohan only Z ability buffs one stat. It's just blast attack. Whereas Namek Goku is Z ability buffing 2 stats, so he's basically got double the potency of his Z ability as Gohan, which is a bit unfortunate. Majin Du, I have done my showcase on him as well. He seems to be a very good character, but he's mostly based around, similarly to how Majin Ku is designed. I mean, it makes sense, they're brothers, but he is just very annoying. He's got the obscure, he's got the paralysis, he's got the key reduction, he's got the card destruction, just a lot of annoying, obscuring, disruption style mechanics that I think should age pretty well. I think obviously with him, it's going to just be focused around the DAIMA team, which is something else that I'll talk about as we get further into this video, but he's a good 1% sparking. They are continuing the trend of this year, giving us tons of really, actually worth it 1% sparking characters. It's not like, we don't have any blue Videl level 1% sparkings in 2025. They've all been at least pretty good. Evil, I think, could still be decent. I don't think he's nearly as good as he was when he first dropped. This, by the way, is the banner 1% sparking unit that came out with Purple Ultimate Gohan. This is one of my most hated characters from 2024. Just a really obnoxious unit. I feel like he still could be pretty decent. And if we see Super Saiyan 4 Goku start to become very prevalent, I think this Evil Boo actually could be a sleeper option. He's not bad, but at this point, again, there are better options. This pan is bad. This guy is bad, 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 and that's it. So that's the banner, right? I mean, to be fair, Bardock could be a decent bench. Pan could be a okay bench, very niche, again, she only buffs one stat in her Z ability because she's literally a day 1 unit. But overall, I was expecting this banner to be like actually terrible. I don't think it's good. This is not a good banner, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, which I guess more so says about what I think how they make these banners, right? I expect, like, going into a huge hype release like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I was expecting this to be essentially a glorified Ultra banner, where you have the main character, and then outside the main character, there's like nothing even worth summoning for. But I wouldn't say that's the case. I think, again, the Purple Ultimate Gohan's at least competent. Fusing Super Vegito is at least competent. I think this Gohan is like okay. Majin Buu as a 1% sparking character is very good. And then Evil Buu is at least competent as well. So, I mean, you have some other options on here. I don't think this banner is like really bad. Compare that to like the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta banner, though, and I think the overall value over here is better. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is a very good character. I would not really partake too much in listening to what a lot of people say about this unit. I don't know what do you have to do to get to the conclusion that this guy is like just not good. I don't understand. He's very good. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is a very good character. Daima Goku is still a pretty good character. Super 17 is still a pretty good character. The Buu duo, I mean, they're like okay. Sword of Hope Trunks is a good character. This guy's a good bench. Majin Ku is a very good character. Tamagami number 3 is a very good character. This guy can be like fringe, not very good, bad, and that's it. So I think overall the value is a little better on the Vegeta banner, the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta banner, because I'm not saying Vegeta is better than Goku, because I don't think that's the case at all. But the overall lineup on this banner, I think, is more valuable. You're more likely to pull a character that you can witness value from on this banner than the Goku banner. But the one thing I wanted to point out is the Goku banner is up until May 21st. The Vegeta banner is up until May 21st. The Blue Goku and Glorio banner is up until May 21st. The Green Daima Goku banner is up until May 21st. So these banners are up for literally 2 months. I would say the smartest way you can go about this is there is no rush. These banners are up for literally 2 months. I would say you don't need to summon on these banners right now. What I would do, and if you're somebody who's free to play, or you're a very light spending player that doesn't tend to, maybe log in every day, or you just kind of take it easy with the game, the smartest way you can allocate your resources here is to at least see what's coming out in April, right? Because April is the final release, the final celebration before Anniversary. Anniversary is end of May. So these banners are actually going to go away before we see what comes out for Anniversary. That's why they're going away on May 21st. It's that we can't like take a look and see what's coming out for part 1 before the banners go away. They do that for a reason. But we get to see all of the things that are coming out for April before we decide to jump into these banners, which is a huge advantage. And if you're not going to take advantage of that, I mean, that's just not playing to the strengths of, taking advantage of the long, the long periods of time these banners are live for. Like, these banners are for 2 months. You don't need to jump in day 1 and spend all your CC on this. Right, see what happens in April, see what kind of LF characters are dropping in April. I think there is a very high chance we see an Ultra character drop at the end of April. But then we have Anniversary. It is very important that you go into Anniversary with a decent amount of CC. But again, these are valuable banners. Right before Legends Fest 2024 happened, I remember I was telling people the Gotenks banner, none of these banners are as good as that Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks banner. When that Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks banner dropped, I remember saying to people, I know that festival is a month away, but this banner is very good, and I actually recommended people summon on that Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks banner, and that Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks banner ended up actually being better than both of the Part 1 banners for Legends Fest. So I don't think people really, I guess, felt bad or felt duped by summoning on that Gotenks banner, because the value was just better than the Legends Fest banners. So it's possible we could see that as well in April. Let's say I think in April the LF character should drop on April 16th, which is the same day that the Daima celebration ends. That lines up, that makes sense. that should be the final LF character that I think that we'll get before the anniversary. And then I think we'll get an Ultra character on April 30th, which is the last day of the month, which actually does just happen to end up on a Wednesday, which is reset. So I think, I would say stick it out, wait until we see what happens throughout April. And then once we get into like early May, that's when I think you make a decision, right? Because the LF banner in April is going to be up until May. The Ultra banner at the end of April is going to be up through May, obviously. So there's no reason to rush this. And I don't like telling people, oh my God, the like mega hype LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku dropped. Don't summon for him yet. Like, I don't want to tell people to forego summoning for him just because, he's like one of the most hyped characters we've seen in a long time in this game. But I'm just speaking strictly from a perspective of how you can realize the most value out of your resources in this game. That's the best way to play, right? The game is designed to make you spend your CC, to make you spend all your resources as quickly as possible so that you end up having no choice but to spend real money in buying, more crystals to summon more. But again, the best way around that is to play it smart, see what's going on, make a more well-informed decision by waiting, and don't just jump the gun right away by summoning immediately. So I would say the best way to do it, again, just wait until we get into like early May, see what the April character releases look like, see what the DAIMA team looks like. That is one other thing I do want to mention quickly before we wrap up this video. This Goku is going to be much more powerful, much more impactful on a full DAIMA team. You can very easily build a DAIMA team from just these two banners. You don't need to summon for these guys. You don't need to summon for this Goku. This Goku is going to be a good bench character in terms of his Zenkai ability for Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, so it's going to be a stronger team if you have this Goku. But because they have given us the Goku and the Vegeta, what you can do is you can throw like Majin Ku in lead, you can throw Majin Du in lead, and just run like a Saiyan bench with Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and you'll be fine. Right, that team is going to work very, very well no matter how you build the bench, because it's a very, very common thing to be able to just amass a bunch of good Saiyan Z ability buffers. So that's a pretty good way to do this too. Again, you don't need to really focus your efforts around summoning on like other banners too, which I think is a pretty good advantage that these banners have. You can pretty much summon on these two banners and just build a team right away. That's a big advantage, I think. And that's not something we can really say about a lot of other banners. Like the Ultra, I don't think the Ultra Cell banner's up still. But like you summon for Ultra Cell, you need to have like, okay, you need to have Future Gohan and Trunks. Okay, you need to have like, these other characters that are not on the banner at the same time. So it becomes tougher to actually build a team. But with these banners, you can simply just build a team from just summoning on these two banners themselves. So that is what I'll say about this. Just chill out for a little bit, wait like a month or so until we see what's coming in April. And, at that point, I would say probably the best way, I guess, is early May, maybe go in like a quarter, a third, maybe one half of your CC, and then save the rest of it for the anniversary. That's probably the best way I would sort of manage your resources here, because you can't just jump in right away. That's the way that you get shafted, and then you get upset, and then you start summoning on every banner, and that's just, it's a poor way. That's like essentially you're falling into the trap of what the game wants you to do, and you want to avoid that, right? So let me know if you guys have decided to summon, or if you are going to wait until we've seen a little bit more of what potentially could be coming in April to make a better informed decision. Let me know what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.